So I haven't made a video in like 3 weeks because I had the Taylor Swift concert, my sister graduated, I had dance recitals, I had final school starting to end, and I couldn't find my camera charger. So those are really bad excuses. But anyway, so I'm back right now and I've read so much, and so I'm gonna be doing speedy reviews of books that I've read the past like 3 months. So since like April to June-ish. It's like the middle of June. I'm going to start with Tales from Shadowhunters Academy. This is by Cassandra Clare and Maureen Johnson / Sarah Reese Brennan, I think. And they come out one story a month online. They're like only ebooks. And then at the end of the year, they're all going to be bound up, just like the Bane Chronicles. They made a farting sound. So it's really hard for me to read them because first of all, it doesn't sound exactly like Cassandra Clare because we're reading by multiple authors and there's so many new characters. Basically, whenever I see like Clary or Jace or Izzy, it doesn't really feel like them. And I'm having a hard time reading it. I'm up to date so far. I'm on the most recent one. I'm halfway through. This one's pretty much following Tessa and her partner. No spoilers! Their kids. I'm not really interested in the Infernal Devices. I'm really interested in the Mortal Instruments. I have read the Infernal Devices. This one's kind of tough for me to get through, but I'm really interested in following Simon, even though it doesn't feel like Simon because he lost his memories. And then, I don't know, I'm really having a hard time like grabbing onto the characters in these books. But I really like the theme of like prejudice, and then they're dealing with like Shadowhunters versus Downworlders versus Mundanes, and they're all mixed together in this academy. And some of them have advantages, some of them don't, and that's like really exciting to me. It doesn't feel like it exactly goes right from City of Heavenly Fire. It feels very separate from the Mortal Instruments. But I do like it, I'm really enjoying it, and I'm going to keep reading. Next I read Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, Rachel Cohn and David Levithan. Oh, he worked on Will Grayson. I'm not done reading that. Anyways, Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist takes place, and one night I Google searched it for a reason that I can't remember, and then I found that it's a movie starring Michael Cera, and that was so crazy. I was like, what are you doing here? And also, Nora's played by the girl from Two Broke Girls. I don't know the actress's name. And so the book was very like, he's kind of in a band, but he's not like a cool dude. And then everyone in the band's gay, which is kind of a quirky thing. And then Nora, she's very Jewish and she's pretty shy. And then they meet up and then they spend the night together. So much happens. They're pretty much on an adventure. And the movie, they basically took Michael Cera and morphed the story around him, which is great. I love Michael Cera. Arrested Development is in my honorable mentions of TV shows. And the movie was very quirky, but it wasn't the same kind of quirky that we're finding in the book. I think I gave the book like maybe 3 or 4 stars. It's a really like fast summer read. It's a romance book, but it's not like the typical romance book. It's really hard to explain. Basically, I enjoyed it. Next, I read The Second Summer of the Sisterhood, which is the second book in Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. It was very like just leading up to the third book. We had like a few conflicts going on. They kind of switch it up with their summer plans. Like a few of them are going away, a few of them are staying home. I was really planning on doing a book talk for this, but I don't know. I think the best thing about the second book was Bridget, and Bridget has so much character development between the beginning and the end. She's kind of heartbroken after the first book. If you read it, you know what I'm talking about. And Bridget goes to find herself. And then, of course, each of them have their own stories. She goes through, like, physical, mental changes as she, like, finds out about her past. And before I do this one, I filmed a book talk, and I read it too fast. And I didn't feel comfortable posting this book talk because, first of all, the camera view was, like, a corner of my head. And second of all, I don't know, the book was very challenging for me. And what I'm talking about is The Infinity by Ricky Yancey. Well, even though I didn't exactly understand a lot of it, I enjoyed this book so much. If you didn't know, the first book in the series is called The Fifth Way. The second book is called The Infinity. They're both by Ricky Yancey. The second book is significantly shorter than the first book. These books are so different from each other. The first book is like coming of age, like teenage angst, like your typical young adult novel, but then all of a sudden like there's aliens, and I'm not going to tell you much more about that. I have an 11-minute book talk on the fifth wave. And then this book was just like aliens, like it was just like thick on science and fiction and science fiction, and I loved that so much, and I love all the plot twists in it. Oh my gosh, we have this amazing character named Ringer who's so great. We met her in the first book and now we're following her more in this book. I feel like if it was longer, not with like more information or events, but just like longer so I can like comprehend what's going on, I would have had a better time reading this. It was good. I did like this one better. There's so many different things that you can catch in there, and some events stick out to more people. Some events I don't even remember happening. I would watch Christine's book talk. I love Christine, and then I don't even remember some of the stuff that she pointed out in this book. So don't let that intimidate you. You probably will like this. The first and second book are so different. You will clearly find one that you like better. This was more to my taste. I really enjoyed this book, but I'm not going to post a book talk. I might have to read it like 7 times and then I can start to comprehend what happened in this book. It was so good. I loved it. Next I read a recent release. This was supposed to be a trilogy, and then we got a few like bonus novels which I haven't read, and then this book dropped. It's called The Heir. It's by Kira Cass. Basically, where you have a princess here. She has the selection, and then there's like all these guys from the kingdom, and she has to pick a prince, and she does not want to have this selection. But basically, I just hate this main character. I didn't really enjoy America that much either, but she was just way worse. I annotated this book, which I've never done on a physical book. I've only done that on like ebooks. So that was very different, but so most of them were very negative comments that I made. I did like the story better than the selection. The main character I did not like her, but she's a twin, and she has a twin brother who's amazing. I love the different guys in this book. The most recent book that I've read, it's called Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, and this book is about a girl who's a freshman in college. She's running a fanfiction account on Simon Snow, which is like a Harry Potter character from like a book series. She is like very shy. She has a twin sister who's kind of left her, and she has a lot of problems going on at home, but she's trying to keep up with her schoolwork and meet new people. I really didn't like reading the fan fiction in the book or any part of Simon Snow that took away from the story, and that was probably like 20 pages that I read of Simon Snow that I didn't need to read at all. So that was frustrating for me, but I really liked the romance. A lot of really relatable moments in here. That's what I liked about it, was probably how much I related to it. I liked the sister relationship between Ren and Kath. That was really great. I'm going to be posting more than every weekend this summer, especially because school's out and now I have more time. And I'd love to hear what you want me to post. Today I'm going to film a tour of my bookshelf and just a video about my bookshelf. And I actually have another bookshelf in my closet that you've never seen. So I can't wait to do that. I hope this video goes well. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.